They got their guns out aiming at me, but I become Neo when they aiming at me. Me against them, me against enemies, me against...
Right now I'm in the doctor's office where I'll be renewing my birth control. Sorry about the look, y'all. This is still makeup from last night, but anyway. I'm like a heavy advocate for, you know, being in control of your, these days is about to come the fuck off, like no lie. But I'm like a advocate for females taking control of your fertility and, you know, being able to, you know, have control of that. Like, yes, I still do believe that even though you're on birth control, you need to still use condoms because STDs are real and you just never know what anybody has. Also, being put in a predicament where you have to now, you know, you don't want to tell somebody that you know, accidents happen. People sometimes don't use condoms, but you don't want to be in a position where you have to choose, you know, whether or not you want to, you know, have an abortion or, you know, have the conversation with a nigga you barely know, or you don't even want to know if you know, want this person to be the father of your child or even procreate for this man. I think it's very important. My birth control choice is called Nexplanon. I'm going to try to find some little pamphlets where I can like basically be able to explain to y'all like how it works, but let me give y'all just a quick look of my room. You know, that's the table. Just a little, you know, quick look things over here, things like that. I'm in the HUP Hospital of University of Pennsylvania, and basically, yeah, so I'm taking out my arm so y'all can see the birth control of my choice. It's called the Nexplanon. Y'all see that little line right there? That's where the thing is. I wish I could just show y'all like how it works. If I have any questions about any birth controls that y'all are on or anything that y'all want to talk about, just let me know. You know, I'm here for y'all. Here to educate. Here to let y'all know. But yeah, so the Nexplanon that I have, okay, so is a Nexplanon in my arm right here. You can usually feel it. It's on the surface level of your arm, you know. This is where it's located. So right now what they're going to do is they're going to take this out of my skin. I wish it was a way for me to actually show y'all. But I'm going to see if I can record them taking it out. And then they're going to replace it with a new one. So I had this for 3 years. I believe it lasts only up to 3 years. 3 years ago, this month, I believe I had my last abortion. And I was awake for the abortion. That abortion was not good. It was one of the worst experiences I've ever had in my life. I was only about a few weeks, so that's why I was up for it. They just had to suck it out. But again, I had to watch the blood. I had to watch everything. It felt terrible. I felt terrible. It made me a little depressed afterwards. But from that day on, I just knew that I never wanted to go through that again. So in order for me to prevent that from happening again, birth control, that's I mean, condoms as well, yes, but you know, with condoms and birth control, the chances of me getting pregnant is like zero. I don't care what do I say, 99.99999, zero. Is zero chances of me getting pregnant. Therefore, that's what I want. Condoms break, I need backup. I don't like necessarily taking Plan B pills. They're not always effective either. But for the most part, like I said, yeah, I chose from that day. I chose to basically be in charge of my life. Like, I have a son, he's 6, and I love him to death. But to be honest, his father barely knew him. And when I got pregnant with him when I was 20, I was not thinking about his future, nor was I thinking about the future that, you know, the parent that I chose to even procreate with. Procreating for anybody, you know, us females, we're a blessing to any man's life. We're the ones who will give them that person that they can now carry on their last name. You know, we're the ones who have to carry our bodies. We sacrifice it for this person, you know, to not only for your baby, but also for that man, because he's the one who put it in you, you know. So, you know, I just was like, you know, I'm still going through some bullshit. And, you know, at the end of the day, I do blame myself because it's like, bitch, you chose this. Like, you chose anytime. Like, y'all ever heard somebody say, like, yeah, you choose your baby father? That's a fact, unless you're in a predicament where as though, like, you know, you got raped, or, you know, one of those unfortunate circumstances where you didn't have a choice and, you know, you're not for abortion. Those are not the people I'm talking about. I'm only talking about the people who've had a choice, who could have used the condom, who could have, you know, used birth control, who could have did all these things to prevent pregnancy, and also stop giving your body to men who don't give a fuck about you. That's another thing that I had to grow to learn. Like, I didn't love myself when I met my child's father. I actually kind of sort of loved him more than myself. And so throughout these years, I've been just trying to, like, basically be able to build myself up, learn to love myself more, learn to give myself the love that I need so that I'm not looking for it from another guy. Like, you know, my father's in my life, yes, but the type of love, being as though he is African, the type of love that he gives is not like a fatherly love for the most part. It's more like a, I'm here for you, like a stern love. And, you know, sometimes as females, we need that catering type of love, you know? And so, yeah, so I cater to myself. For the most part, I've been, you know, me and my son, we're good. We're great. And yeah, I'm supposed to be leaving for Charlotte this weekend. So I'm just making sure I, like, cover all, like, you know, dot all my I's, cross all my T's for, before I leave, because that's just something that I don't want to worry about. When I leave, my goal is to work on my business. Y'all see these lashes. These are Eyegasm lashes. These are 25 mm, I believe. And, you know, that's just basically it, y'all. I'm sorry that I look such a mess right now, but this is my makeup from last night. I never washed my face yet. And I have a scarf on. Y'all know Philly girls love wearing scarves out the house. That's how you know she's not from around, like, town. Like, Philly girls is the ones who do this for the most part. What else? Sorry, y'all. But, yeah, so, you know, I'll be back once I talk to the doctor and let her know if, you know, I'll be able to record her, take her for informational purposes, you know, whether she wants to be in there or not. You know, I'm just going to tell her what my plan is, and we'll see. Terrible, y'all. Like, why would my pee ever be that dark? Like, I really do be drinking a lot of water. I'm so sad, y'all. I was not able to record the procedure, but it's done. I have 2 marks. The top band-aid, I don't know if y'all can see that. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm just going to do a quick video on birth control, well, the type of birth control that I got today, and you know what it is and stuff like that. It's going to be a quick, like, 30-minute, like, not even 30 minutes. I'm trying to make this quick as possible. I don't really want this video to be long at all. I want it to be straight, get to the point. You know, I asked the questions already. People already answered what they needed to, and I feel like I've become like a advocate for females, you know, taking control of their fertility, you know, i.e. birth control, condoms, shit like that, because I think that having a child or picking someone to have a child with is very important. I think that people shouldn't be as careless as they are with, you know, in terms of condom using or birth control. So, you know, I have been on birth control for the past 3 years, and I actually just renewed it today. So let me just go right into it. So the birth control that I am on is called Nexplanon. It's basically a contraceptive implant that I got in my arm. I'm about to show y'all what it looks like today. So this morning, well, I can't show y'all exactly what it looked like, but this morning I went to the doctor's to get it renewed. So basically it's a little implant. It's like this. It's like 4 centimeters, I believe I read. 4 centimeters is like this long. It's like a little white small tube. They had it in my arm here. So this top band-aid, I'm going to remove these 2 band-aids maybe tomorrow, and I'll probably just upload a picture of what it looks like as well in this video. But this top part right here is where it was in. The first one was in. I got it back in, the exact date was December 30th, 2016 when I first got it. So what I was told at the time that I got it was that it lasts up to 3 years. So they give you like a little blue note and let you know, when you should come back to get it renewed. So 3 years ago, I got it in here. It was fine. I love it. I did have like a few times where I hated it, and I'll get into that. And then the second part right here is where they inserted a new one. So I literally got one, took it out and put it back in. So like I said, it's called Nexplanon. It's a form of birth control. It's a small rod, clear rod, not clear, cream colored rod that gets inserted under the skin of my underarm or of a woman's upper arm. The implant releases progestin, a hormone that keeps ovaries from releasing eggs. Progestin also thickens the mucus inside the body to prevent sperm from reaching the egg. So now, it prevents pregnancy for up to 4 years. At the time that I got it, when I first got it, I was told up to 3 years. So that's why I went 3 years after to get it renewed. Today, I was there. She was like, we've actually recently found out that, it can have up to 4 years. So you could actually, keep this in now and just come back next year to get it renewed. But I'm just like, no, I'm here now. I would rather get it renewed like I said I would today and then come back 4 years later versus coming back next year and then getting renewed for the whatever. So I just like, same difference to me. It didn't really make that much of a difference. Because I'm here today, let's do this now. It's 99% effective and it is reversible. So basically anytime that you change your mind on when you want to have kids, you can get pregnant like immediately, almost a week after you remove it. When and why did I choose Nexplanon? So if y'all are not following me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram at MotherIsh. Because I'll be putting like little questions up there, basically allowing my followers to ask me questions about different topics that I know I'm going to hit on YouTube. So, if y'all want to y'all want to play a little part to it, go on there, watch my stories, just be engage with me. So basically, when did I decide to use Nexplanon? I decided to use Nexplanon, actually, the day I got it done, which is 12/30/16, which was, today is December 17th, 2019. And I first got it done on December 30th, 2016. The reason why I got it done was because, y'all know I have a son. He's 6 years old. When he was 3, I got pregnant again. And I got an abortion. So that last abortion that I had, it was very, like, deep to me. Last time I got an abortion, I was very early. I was probably like 6 weeks, maybe 4 to 6 weeks, whatever the case is. And it was a procedure that, you could just, it was like a little vacuum method, I guess, where they just suck it out or whatever the case is. And I had to be up for that. That was like very traumatic for me. And it was like, one of those situations where I feel like I never want to go through that again. Like, I even went through the situation where the boy was trying to act like, he wasn't trying to help me pay for the abortion. He wasn't really just trying to, help me take care of it. He was trying to act like he wanted me to have his baby and shit. And mind you, like, no. I'm sorry, but we didn't know each other like that. Like, he wasn't somebody that I even seen in my future. Again, why I became an advocate for birth control, condoms, and shit like that, because you really don't ever want to be in that position. So say, for example, if I was, if I did find out that I was like 3 months pregnant or something, when you tell the person that you had sex with that you're pregnant, niggas already get on defense like, okay, so what you gonna do about it? And then let you be fucking with a broke nigga. He's not paying for that shit. So you gotta come up out your pocket and pay for that shit. Insurance is not covering, insurances aren't really covering abortions. So you fucking with a weird ass nigga, which at the time I didn't even know he was a clown until, you never even know, what type of man you're dealing with until you put him in different situations. So long story short, I ended up just taking care of it myself. I had to be up during the whole procedure. Basically, it was painful. It wasn't fun. It was traumatizing. I just knew I never wanted to put myself through that again. Like, if I was to ever get pregnant again, it would be by somebody that I feel, then we would have a discussion first, someone that I feel would be the proper person to have a baby with.
I have a 6-year-old. His dad is just ain't shit, like, at all. Like, I'm currently going through a situation where I know that I never want to put another child through. Like, you know how hard it is to be, like, looking at your child and let him know that, you know, your dad just, he don't want to be around. He's not man enough. He's not ready, you know, and it's all because of the decision that I chose to do 6 years back. It's not fun looking at your child, wondering why his dad is not around. It's not fun. That feeling, I can't even, like, explain how he feels because I have both my parents around. So me and him, we can't even relate on that level. So it's like I'm constantly trying to overcompensate for his feelings because I'm so sad that I even chose this life for him. Like, you know? So yeah, so that's why I've decided to get on that Nexplanon. And I also picked Nexplanon because it's something that I ain't gotta fucking constantly worry about. Pills, I don't have time to remember to take my pills every day. And also, I don't like the fact that everybody always in your mouth. Whenever you take a pill, people want to look around like, damn, what you taking? Or what you popping? Or I don't need nobody knowing my business, one. What else? What else do they have? I tried the Depot before. I can't go back on there. I've been on it too long, and I'm just scared of that. Like, I just think that that's not okay. The third one I did was a NuvaRing. I tried the NuvaRing before. Again, that was ass. That's how I got pregnant. I will never do that again, and I don't recommend it to nobody. So the other one that they have is called the IUD, which is like an implant that they put in your uterus. I don't want anything in me that close to my uterus. Like, I've heard of horror stories, like, you know, the like when you fucking or something, like sometimes men, depending on how big their dick is, they can feel the the implant in your uterus. But even though, like, you know, after speaking to a nurse today, she did explain to me how that's almost impossible for them to reach it because it is on your actual, I think it's like the cervix part, and it's like the strings that come out. And I'm just like, that's too much. I'm tired of putting shit in me. I ain't for it. So the Nexplanon is something that I chose to get because right here is in your arm. Boom, it's in your arm. I know it's there. You constantly feel it. If you don't want to feel it, you don't have to. Nobody has to know that you have it. You're the one who, you know you got it. Like, it's not obvious. It's very, you know, discreet, and it's effective. So now the pros and cons. The pros of my Nexplanon is the fact that it's not visible. Like, it's underneath my arm. Nobody needs to know that I have it. For the past few years that I have been on it, for 3 years, I've had no oops moments. You know, not only that, but I've also been using condoms. So, you know, birth control condoms is almost impossible to get pregnant, you know? And then if for the times that I do slip up and I don't use a condom, I know that I ain't pregnancy ain't something that I got to worry about. Also is that it lasts up to 4 years and you don't got to worry about it. So that's the pros. You know, that's what my main concern was that I don't want to get pregnant no time soon, today, tomorrow, next day, next year, whatever. It's just not me. I want to be able to pick and choose whenever the next time I decide to get pregnant. I'm going to have that power and control, period. The cons of it was that I believe within like the first year that I was on it, I swear to God, my period was on for like a month. It's been a few times, like, I want to say so for the past 3 years, I want to say maybe twice or 3 times my period was on for like, for like a month. Like, I was just bleeding. Like, it was just bleeding. And I was annoyed because it was like, damn, like, I'm tired of bleeding. That was it. So, it was a few times where I almost made an appointment, like, get this shit out of my body, da-da-da. But then when it was over, it was like, damn, like, fuck it. Like, it's over. Like, forgot about it. Moved on. It ain't in the way no more. And I'm over it. So, that's why I decided. That's a con to me. Like, nobody fucking wants to bleed for a month. Like, do you want to bleed for a month? Do you want to bleed for motherfucking 30 days? 31 days? No. I barely want to bleed for 5 days. I barely want to bleed at all, you know? But if I'm going to take any blood, it's definitely not going to be for fucking 31 days. But anyway, it just happened once in a blue. It wasn't like a consistent thing. So that's not that much of a bad thing. You know, my periods have been regular ever since. I know when my period, I have a tracker. I know when my periods are on. I know when, you know, when it's coming off. I know usually now, I think it's because it got used to my body now, like is irregular. But for that first year, a bitch was ready to go. Okay. that first 2 years, a bitch was ready to go. Like, get the fuck off of it. But, you know, it is what it is. And, that's how it is or whatever. So, you know, it's just different for different people. I'm only speaking of my experience. Let me see what else. Oh, another kind was that I really believe that the first time I got it in, this lady did not know what she was doing. They have like this little gun. It's like this little, it's like a, not a gun, but it's like a little big ass needle. They put the Nexplanon in it and it just shoots underneath your skin. It hurt so bad the first time she did it. Like, it wasn't fun. My arm is actually kind of sore right now. I got it done today, this morning. They tell you to leave the bandage on for the first day. And then tomorrow I should be able to take this off and wash around it or whatever the case is. So I basically was in a shower with my arm out. out the shower or whatever. But my arm is just really sore right now. You know, I'm not trying to really do too much lifting. I'm not trying to move it around too much. That's really it. As far as, oh, and also you get like a little scar, not that big. Again, is a mini scar. That's just for people that give a fuck about scars. Like, I just want you to know that you might get a scar, you might not. It is a scar just to show where it came in. And she used, thank God she used the same exact scar for it to come out. While I was in the hospital today getting it done, I did ask for a video. You know, I was trying to record her doing the procedure so that I was able to upload it to my YouTube, but she just didn't allow it to happen. Like, she was like, no, I don't think we allow that here, yada yada yada. And my conclusion for that is the bitch knew that if she was the fuck up, she did not want to get that on camera, because a lawsuit, I would have had the hospital. It would have said Hospital of Aisha, Mother Ish Hospital. That's what the fuck it would have said. So she knew better. So whatever. You know, I like confident doctors though, but you know, I get the policy. I get it. But, you know, it would have been cool, you know, because we do see so much like horror stories about the shit. So I was trying to show, you know, people the positive side of doing it. Like, it was really quick. It wasn't. So I got it removed, right? So I got it removed today. The IUD that I had 3 years ago, I got it removed. And I didn't look the whole time. I didn't look because needles don't necessarily scare me. They don't necessarily hurt me. Like, I get blood drawn so frequently that I don't even give a fuck. Like, I got good veins. Whenever I go to the doctors, I get tested for STDs. I get tested for, you know, everything, HIV, syphilis, whatever the case is. I always get tested, and I always tell them that I got good veins. So, you know, I'm not scared of needles. They don't hurt me or anything. But I also don't like watching procedures done on me, if that makes any sense. But I will watch, like, procedures get done on someone else. I just can't watch it on me. So the whole time she had my arm, my eyes was just like closed or something. Like, I think I was falling asleep because it really was pain free. It did not hurt at all. They first apply, like, okay, so to remove it, they first apply like this numbing cream or whatever, just to make sure it doesn't, like, so make sure you don't feel it. So they apply this numbing cream on there. It's a needle. They insert it underneath your skin. The lady, she was very nice. She was very, like, talkative. She was talking throughout the procedure. I really love when doctors do that. For me, anyway. Like, I like being informed as you go. I don't like wondering what the fuck you're doing. So every time she did something, she was like, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, this is for this is for that. And she was just basically letting me know. She even told me, like, you know, if you don't want to know all this information, it's okay. I'm like, no, I love hearing information of what you're doing to me. Like, make sure you're telling me properly so that whenever I'm going to say it, I have to know what the fuck I'm talking about. So, you know, she's just basically letting me know everything that she was doing. And I'm like, yeah, like, you know, like, she's like, she had someone else in the room, so I guess they're just like, she's just like explaining to her what else was she doing. So she's like, okay, the Nexplanon is out, do you want to see it? That was something that I read, that whenever they remove the Nexplanon, they show you to confirm that it's taken out. So the whole time I didn't feel it. So when she showed me, I'm like, oh, okay, perfect. Like, it was so easy. It was smooth. She took it out. She's like, okay, now, you know, I'm going to insert the other one. So then she opened up the fresh pack. She shows me that it's new. She has, you know, gloves on. She's just showing me, like, she's just being extremely informative about the shit that she's doing. And so, you know, she was just explaining, you know, she's like, okay, I'm about to insert it now. But before she inserted, she did ask me again if I felt a sharp pain. And again, she reassured me that if I feel anything, to let her know. Because, you know, when people apply like stuff like anesthesia or anything that has to do with numbing, people don't really know your tolerance, honestly. Like, they didn't weigh me or anything to know what was going to work or what was not going to work. They just do like an average thing. So if I was to feel something, she would want to know that way she can maybe apply more, you know, numbing cream. That way I won't be able to feel it. But it was fine. She gave me the perfect like amount. Once again, it was really quick. The shit wasn't even like 20 minutes. Like, that shit was like really quick. Like, it was like 20 minutes. It wasn't 20 minutes, but it was like 15 minutes, whatever, y'all know. It was really short. It was really fast. It was really easy. She's like, okay, I'm done. And when she was done, I was happy, you know. I'm like, and she said, because I did, you know, remove it and then get another one placed right back in, it shouldn't be too much of a difference between my periods right now. You know, I just literally got off my period anyway, so I really shouldn't be seeing my period again till next year. But being as though it is a new thing, again, even though it's already been in my body and my system or whatever, and I ain't go without it for less than what, fucking 15 minutes, she just was like, just watch out for like irregular period patterns. And I just feel like no matter what birth control you decide to use, your body has to become used to it, you know. I've heard people talk about, you know, basically, you know, how their period's been on for months, or they don't like it because, you know, they've been bleeding, this, that, and the third. But you just, like, people just be starting this shit. People just be starting on birth control or a different type of birth control and don't even give their bodies a chance to get used to it. You got to understand that you're introducing something new to your body. So therefore, just like anything, have to get used to it. Like, you have to get used to it. And then not even that, like, if you go into it with the mindset of, I already don't fucking like it, you're not going to fucking like it. Like, it don't matter what the fuck it do for you. You just never going to like it. So I just would recommend that y'all do not listen to everybody's experience, because one thing's for certain, two things for sure, everybody is different. Okay, you might have like people talk about common things like, I really hate when people say like Depo make me gain weight, and it's like before you even get it, you're like, oh my god, I'm gonna gain weight, I'm gonna gain weight, I'm gonna gain weight. But do you know that food makes you gain weight, not the necessary birth control? So what basically about Depo is that they say like it's supposed to increase your appetite, so people are eating a lot. So that's what's the gaining the weight part. But you have control over what the fuck you eat. Like, it don't, and I think most of that is mental anyway. Like, you sit there and get on birth control and talk about, oh, I'm gonna gain weight. Yeah, you're gonna gain weight because all you're gonna fucking do is eat. Like, that's it. Like, if you don't want to gain weight, don't eat. Period. Like, I just don't believe that all Depo will be making everybody blow up. Like, bitch, no. You're blowing yourself up. Like, that's it. Let me see what else. That's really, I don't know. I forgot. Somebody had a question for me. I don't really remember. Oh, she asked me like how long did I have it in and stuff. I think I already like answered that question. You know, I had it in since 2016. I got it renewed today. This will last me 4 years. So, you know, my son is 6. So by the time he's 10, maybe, you know, maybe, or before then, you know, if a nigga go here put a ring on it, maybe I'll bless a nigga with a baby. But until then, a baby is not my concern right now. I have my 6-year-old boy. I have a new godson as well. I'm cool with them too. Period. Like, I don't know how girls is doing it. Like, honestly, kids, we done learned time and time over and over again that kids, babies, do not keep men around. They don't. First of all, there's a lot of men out here that's not even being men for real. Like, y'all sitting here getting pregnant by anybody and just calling them whatever. Like, it's just not necessary. And I want y'all to know that raising a baby is hard as fuck. Okay? Babies aren't toys. You can't give them the fuck back. You can't use babies as pawns. They are people. Okay? They are real people with real feelings. Just because you feel this way, you're gonna make a lifelong decision for a baby. It's not necessary. It's just not. It's not worth it, y'all. It's not worth it. You know, me growing up into a African household, we don't talk about sex. So that's really the main reason why I like to put information out there, because I feel like for someone who is not surrounded by the sex talk, I would want somebody to inform me. So even if I was to go to YouTube and I maybe watch somebody's video like mine's, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would want that. So this is my duty to continuously try to inform the females about how important it is to control your fertility. Don't have a baby by anybody, okay? Don't do it. It's not worth it. Not for the money, not for nothing. Because honestly, y'all, like, these kids need two parents. They need a stable home. We got so much shit going on because people are really getting raised in one house. I really feel like that. I truly believe that affects a child. Like, I truly believe being raised in a two-parent household versus being raised in one affects a child. And also, not only that, but of course there's more to it, such as, you know, the stability of the home. Like, if you growing up in a fucking household and all your mom and dad do is argue, then yes, you gonna grow up the fuck crazy too. Like, you know, these are things that are important. That's why you gotta be careful who you procreate with. That's why you gotta be careful who you decide to be with forever. Like, these are things that are important that I feel like everybody should take a little bit more seriously, okay? These niggas are not using condoms. Use condoms. Protect yourself. Let me tell y'all what a nigga said to me before, okay? This nigga called me the other day. I'm gonna say a week ago. Yeah, a week ago. Literally, a week ago. He said to me, yo, do you think I was trying to set you... He said, do you think that I was trying to trap you? And I asked him, why did he think that? You know what he said to me? He said, well, because, you know, when we had sex, you kept using a condom. You thought that I thought that you were trying to trap me because I used the condom? I really laughed. I laughed so hard because I could not believe the words that was coming out of his fucking mouth. I said, yo, what sense do that make? I said, what, you don't use condoms? He said, no. Okay? He said, no. I said, so, like, why? Like, are you just, like, having sex without a condom? Like, that's just what you do? Like, that's what you're doing? Like, that's what we doing here? Like, he's like, yeah. I'm like, so when are you having, like, do you have STD conversations with these girls that you're just fucking with no condom? He said, yes. Mind you, y'all, we only had sex one time. Never did we have no STD conversation. So he's fucking lying, okay? Be aware of these nasty ass motherfucking niggas who thinks it's the fuck okay to not motherfucking wear condoms. So, you know, I get the birth control is to prevent pregnancy. That's it, and that's all. Okay? But the condoms, y'all, the condoms is to protect you from extra fucking diseases and infections that are out here. You know? STDs are real. STIs are real. These are real. People are not being serious about their health. You want to get serious once you get burnt. You want to get serious once you start peeing out hot pee. A lot of people aren't even, what's the word I'm looking for? A lot of people are asymptomatic. That means a lot of people don't show symptoms for a lot of the shit that they have, okay? I've heard men tell me that their way of getting tested is their girlfriends getting tested. That shit is creepy, y'all. That shit is creepy. Because if you don't have a bitch, then what? You just fucking and you not getting tested? Then I truly believe that when niggas get tested and they got something, I don't believe they're coming back to bitches telling them shit. I think there are more girls telling them when they got something, when they got it from the nigga, versus the nigga telling the girl they got something when they got it, period, from fucking other bitches. Like, it's just 10 years from now, we're gonna see. 10 years from now, y'all, 10 years. Please be careful. Protect yourself. Protect yourself. That conversation I had with that boy, that was the last conversation we had. That nigga was fucking crazy. I'm so thankful that I carry around condoms. I straight up do. I used to never carry around condoms because I used to be afraid of the judgments that had come behind it. Like, oh, bitch, what the fuck you coming around? Why are you carrying around condoms? Like, what you all fucking niggas and da-da-da? Well, yes, I'm fucking niggas. So, yes, I'm carrying around condoms. That's okay to say. I'm a single bitch. That's okay. At this point, that's okay to say. Yes, I'm protecting myself. So, yes, I'm having casual sex if I fucking want to. You know what I'm saying? So, that no longer offends me anymore because I'm an adult. I'm grown. I'm being grown about it. Like, I would much rather be clowned for using condoms and fucking around versus just fucking around. You know what I'm saying? Passing around diseases and shit. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. And I need y'all to be more cool with it too. So, that's it. That's all. I just wanted a quick little birth control, video. Let me know what y'all think. If y'all have any experiences with Nexplanon, any bad ones, any good ones, let me know. Write in the comment below. Subscribe with the link. Make sure y'all follow me on all social media platforms at MUVAESH. That's Mother Ish. Make sure y'all follow my podcast at Uncomfortable Podcast. I talk a lot about sex on there. I like having sex, y'all. Everybody likes having sex, right? Be healthy about it. I like talking about sex. Be healthy about it. Don't allow the taboo of the sex conversation, the STD conversation stop you from protecting yourself. Fuck what these people gotta say. They're not your pussy and they are not your body. You have to control your own body. You have to control your own pussy. Okay? That's it. That's all. Have a good one. See y'all.